Hi, how are you? It's Travis here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Gnome Mage.
Salutations.
Today we are back in Ironforge. Let's see if any of our auctions sold, guys. 4 ribs sold. Heavy leather sold. Heavy hide sold. Wow, elixir of fortitude sold. 61 silver there. Some more heavy leather. 3 silver, 83 copper. So we're up to 2 gold now. Purchased quite a few abilities last episode. Let's some items up on the auction house here. Trying to get our coin back up again. Going to be spending quite a bit. And the thick leather. Is there anything else you want to put up there? I think we're okay. Keep everything else. Scroll of protection we probably don't need. We'll put that up there too. And that should be it. Bushy tail. Maybe people buy that. We'll see. I don't think they do, but we'll see. All right, so there we go, guys. And today we are heading back to the Badlands. That is the plan for today. But first we need to make our way over to Lockbadan. We're going to pick up Badlands Reagent Run. We actually forgot to get this last episode. Sort of messed up there. Should have picked that up. And then we're going to turn in Murderlock. And then off to the Badlands we go.
The Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steeds, but can those airy-peaked griffins stand the heat of the Great Forge? I think not.
And I hope you guys are doing well today. I found out something I thought was kind of interesting. Supposedly the company that owns Grand Theft Auto, the Grand Theft Auto franchise, Take-Two. That's what they are called. They own Rockstar Games and a bunch of other gaming studios like 2K and many more. And supposedly their PC sales or revenue from PC gaming is only 8%. I thought that was crazy. So no wonder that they don't, release Grand Theft Auto on PC, right? When it's such a small amount of their sales. And console makes up for 40% of their sales. And guess what, guys? Mobile gaming is 52%. And I looked up their mobile games. Their top mobile games are Toon Blast, Match Factory, and Toy Blast. Never heard of any of those games ever before. I looked up Toon Blast. It looks like, I don't know, like just a basic phone game. Nothing too serious, right? It's nothing close to, the other games they have, like Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto, Borderlands, BioShock. Quite a few games that they make. They also have the NBA 2K franchise, which I thought makes probably a lot of money. Because not only do they sell, a copy of 2K to people every year, they also have people like buying like boosts, sort of like in World of Warcraft, but for like over $100. So pretty much you have a basketball player that you can play on, like in this like place called the Park. It's like a place with a bunch of basketball courts, and people buy boosts to level up their basketball character. So they kind of turned it into an MMO, which I thought was it's a smart move. They make probably getting like over $200 a year out of people who play the game. And not only buy the game, but the boost as well. Just trying to find out where this Gak heel touch guy is. So yeah, it looks like sports games are also getting into
Did my sweet lass Kylie
the character
send you down
boosting
to me?
market.
The apple of my eye, she is. Adventurer, I would make use of your services. I am an alchemist of some note, and I seek your aid in acquiring some reagents found out in the Badlands. I need the following items to replenish my stocks. 5 buzzard gizzards, 10 crag coyote fangs, and 5 rock elemental shards. Obviously, you can get them off of the beasties themselves. If you're not the fighting type, then find friends who are. Acquire these items for me, you'll get some coin
Actually,
out of
damn
the
it.
deal. Well, what say ye?
I'm going back to make this place our home. We'll hearth back here when we're done the quest. And we should have picked this up last episode because we would have probably had it pretty much almost done. Because now we have to go slay the buzzards again. And I completely forgot about this quest. But we're doing it now.
What can I do for you?
Sell some junk here. Anything else we want to get rid of? Guess I could just sell some silk cloth. Unless we're... Yeah, we don't really get anything from it anymore. I might just sell a bit of it.
Safe travels.
It's selling for so cheap on the auction house that it's sort of not even worth holding on to. The reason why it sells for so cheap is because people get boosted in Scarlet Monastery. It's a popular boosting spot. And they get boosted by mages. And there's just a bunch of... There's too much silk out there, so it just becomes worthless. And that's why we're just vendoring it. Did I make it our... Oh my gosh. Did I make it our home, or did I just... My bad, I forgot. Forgot why we went in here. I think it's over here, right?
There's never a shortage
No.
of empty bellies here in Thelzamar. Kids running
Probably
in and
you.
out, workers from the excavation coming in after a hard day's
Probably
work.
this guy.
We're famous for our blood sausages. I don't suppose you've ever tried them? No? Well,
Yeah, we didn't do that quest. Alright, so there we go. Ready to go now. Yeah, no wonder, you know, we're not seeing any, like... Well, there's every year there's a couple big titles. There's quite a few, but if these gaming companies are making more, you know, better profit margins from mobile, like, I guess we'll probably start seeing, like, more and more people, like, gaming companies making mobile games. I never really got into mobile gaming. I've heard Call of Duty is pretty good on mobile. It's that other game that you always see, like, people promote on the YouTube videos, Raid Shadow Legends. That's a... I always see ads for that. I think that's a mobile game. The only reason why I know about that game is because it pretty much gets thrown into your face if you're a person who watches gaming videos on YouTube. Pretty much every creator has probably promoted it at least once, except for me. There's a lot of people who haven't, but yeah, I've seen it promoted so many times. Here we go, back at Iron Band's Expedition.
This is sobering news, adventurer. But Agmond had a strong arm and a fierce hammer swing, and his skull was
Look
as
at
thick
that
as
hammer.
they come.
The rock pulverizer.
Those cursed
It's a beast too, Ander, man.
The last report I received from Agmond is troubling, more so now that he's dead. He mentioned that his diggers uncovered ancient urns at the dig site outside Ulderman. I fear that the urns he found at that site incited the Trogs, just as did the idols I found here. I need you to get those urns for our studies. Go to the Ulderman site, gather the urns, then return to me.
We'll go get those urns. Quite a few things to do. I don't even know if we'll get into Ulderman next episode, man. But we'll get in there. Check it out. Even though we're not really there's a couple pieces. There's like one piece in there that was good. I think it was like a pair of legs. So hopefully we get those. And this two-handed mace that we got from the quest was pretty good. The rock pulverizer, 31.2 damage per second, and also has 34 attack power. Looks pretty badass too. Alright, so let's see if we get into some PvP action here as well. I think for Power Stones, we should probably group up, right? There's a horde. There's a wild. There's another. Okay, never mind. Thought that would have been another horde. But yeah, look at our map now. And these black traits, where we want to get the black trait card here. I think this leads into a quest for Uldaman, but they're elites, so they'll be pretty tough to kill as well. Should we fight these three? Why not? Trying to get this Rydell's lucky pick. I have a feeling we'll have to get pretty damn lucky to get it. Yeah, the NBA trade deadline passed like a week ago. I just thought about it because I was talking about NBA 2K. And I won't talk about the entire, I pay attention to the NBA a little bit. I don't really watch the games, but I pay attention to the trades and stuff. And there was a big trade between the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers. They traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, pretty much. I think the Lakers gave a little bit more in return, just because Doncic is younger, but they're both top 10 players in the league. You can't go wrong with either player. It's just I think Luka's like 5 years old. 5 years younger, so. They have a little bit more time with Luka than they do with AD. It was a pretty good trade for both teams, man. Interested to see how it goes. It's rare that you ever really see like a young, top 10 player get traded like that, but supposedly they had like I forget what they do, like with a player agreement or whatever it is, players union. So now I think players get like a lot of money for like the super max deal. So if you're on a team for a certain amount of time, or if you're on the team that drafted you, you're eligible for like an insane amount of money. Supposedly he was gonna get paid like $80 million a year, or something close to that. Luka Doncic, so. That kind of incentivized the Mavericks to trade Luka Doncic away, because he would have asked for that much, right? And it kind of is like a slap in the face if they don't give it to him. So they decided to trade him, and I think we'll probably start seeing a lot of that in the future, like young stars, even if they're like a top 10 player in the league, they can get traded because teams don't want to pay that super max deal where they, lose cap space and don't have enough money for, other players that can help their team win a championship. Because that's pretty much what the NBA is, man. Like at the end, in all sports, it's all a numbers. It's a numbers game. They're all just trying to get players for a cheap price. or get as much value as they can. The NBA has a soft cap though, so it's different from like the NHL, where that has a hard cap. So a hard cap is where there's a cap, you know, for how much your team can spend, and you can't spend any more than that. Now, in the NBA, there's a soft cap, so you can go over the cap, but if you go over the cap, you pay like a luxury tax, so the owner starts paying the NBA like, oh, extra money. And it's kind of lame with the soft cap, because then teams can kind of just buy their way into having a good team. Like the Minnesota Timberwolves, for example, they didn't win the championship, but they were paying the most money in the league last year, and they got to, you know, I think they got to the Western Conference Finals, which is pretty good. They lost to the Mavericks. But yeah, if your owner's willing to spend money, it's the same thing as baseball. You know, the LA Dodgers, they spend insane amounts of money, and yeah, it gives those teams such a huge advantage over the teams that are from a small market and can't really pay that kind of money for players. I think that's kind of lame, but those teams don't always win, right? Sometimes the super teams lose. But most of the time, a team that's spending, like the teams that win are the teams that are like top 10 in spending at the end of the year. And the NHL, just because it has a hard cap, it doesn't mean that, you know, it's not, like they're not taking advantage of that. The NHL kind of sucks too, because the way those, if the hard cap makes it for where, you know, say your team is in a state without federal tax, or it's in a state that has pretty good taxes, or like Florida or Las Vegas, those teams always like have a competitive edge over the teams that don't have the greatest tax rates. So that's why we've been seeing a lot of teams in the NHL that are in those tax like haven states like Las Vegas and also Florida, you know, the Tampa Bay Lightning and also the Florida Panthers, who just won, have been doing well in the NHL and winning Stanley Cups. Like the Tampa Bay Lightning went on like I think they got like 2 or 3 championships, or they won 3 Stanley Cups. Kind of forget. I know they got at least 2. And then Vegas got one, and they're always good. And the reason why they're good is because players want to play there because they get paid more, because they don't get taxed as much. So there's no way around it. I think soft cap's the way to go. I think hard cap sucks because of that. Some cities just have a competitive edge over others. Because if they had a soft cap in the NHL, the Toronto Maple Leafs, my favorite team, they'd be stacked. They'd be like the LA Dodgers in baseball. But the reason why they have it as a soft cap in the NHL, I mean a hard cap, is because they're trying to grow the game still. And these, you know, small markets, if they're not competing for a long time, people just won't go to the games, right? Hockey's just not as popular down the States. It's growing though. I think it's growing. Yeah, it's just my little splurge about sports. But back to WoW, guys. I won't talk about sports the whole episode. That was a He was probably talking about that for 10 minutes. But we are trying to get these, you know, coyote fangs. Just need. I think we already have them all. So for this poll, we'll move on to the buzzards. It's a good place to farm. Then it's not only this quest done and then some XP, but we're also getting some skins. And we just got a BOE. Wow, it's nice. Cloth chest. 8 stam, 8 intellect, 8 spirit. 888. Not as good as our robes of the Lich, but that's pretty good. We're going to hold on to that. It sells for 73 silver on the auction house. Not too bad. So we need to go hunt buzzards down. The rock elementals. We should probably head over here for the rock elementals because we have to do 2 quests. You know, we can get 2 birds stoned at once if we do this this quest here. So yeah, let's do that. We'll get 2 birds stoned at once, and maybe we'll get some gizzards on the way. And I wonder if I should be a little bit more aggressive out in World PvP. We'll see. Maybe we'll get into some fights, but I don't want to waste too much time, you know, World PvPing. That could be an entire episode. Just me fighting with somebody. It's a lot of back and forth. This guy got wrecked here. My shaman. Wow, he's got a Ravager. Bunch of gear from Scarlet Monastery. What a beast shaman. Probably got killed by these two jerks. Doom Smoker and Sergeant Brack. Not very kind night elves, I tell you. Ganged up on that poor shaman. Okay, we just started a war, guys. Let's get out of here before we get wrecked. Should probably use dampen magic. Decreases the damage of spells by quite a bit. I'm not gonna camp him though. I'm not gonna be like that. But that was an opportunist kill right there. He was eating and drinking, and we just went in and wrecked him. It happens to me though. It's fair game. Like you guys have seen it. Like I'm just minding my own business. Some guy just kills me, and I'm having a bite to eat. You know, no rest for the wicked. Let's pull a couple buzzards here. Look at this group, man. I wonder if we could AoE them down. 2 buzzards here only, man. These buzzard packs are never... there's never like a full stack. There's always people doing these quests, right? And we are on layer 1. Which I consider to be probably the most popular layer. Okay, we got some gizzards. Looks like they drop pretty damn quick. Let's get ourselves a shield up just in case we get attacked or jumped. Hopefully some more buzzards spawn while we're hanging out here. And we have a debuff, a disease, infected wound, physical damage taken is increased by 9. Who's this guy? This guy's sneaky, man. That guy's out to kill me. There's no way that guy... Okay. Okay, never mind. He's an alliance. He's an ally. Let's give him a buff. See if he buffs me back. Wow, one of those guys, eh? Just takes a buff and leaves. He's probably just like listening to a podcast or a song, or maybe he just doesn't like gnomes. Who knows? Helped him with the kill. Buffed him up. You know, special treatment right there. Didn't get anything in return. The guy's a tough sell. Please tell me there's some elementals here. Every time I come here, man, there's some... Nice, thanks, bro. Thanks for helping me with this elemental. We'll give him a buff. If you need some water, I'll give him some water too. Look at him, he's got Shadow Meld. It's badass. It's a pretty OP PvP racial, man. Shadow Meld's really good. You can get out of combat quick with it. If you're out of combat, you can like stealth and eat. It's pretty cool. Some more here. Any more? Barely anything here, guys. There's always a bunch of people farming these elementals. Come on, man. Should we go to Cargath? Let's go to Cargath, guys. Let's take a peek. Probably a bunch of people here. If I get spotted, I'm gonna get attacked. Yeah. What's his name? Young Squirt? Okay, good. He didn't have time for us. Is that guy fighting him? Damn it. Seen us coming to get him? He's like, nope. Tell my pet to jump right on that. Okay, good. We can finally get 2 here. We got 3 potentially. But I want to stay here because, you know, getting 2 birds stoned at once, so. It's worth staying. Now, I know it's 2 birds with 1 stone. but it's a Rickyism. You guys don't know the show Trailer Park Boys. He has a lot of fun Rickyisms. I recommend looking them up on Google. They're pretty hilarious. It's a Canadian show called Trailer Park Boys. It's a classic. Okay. Some people are probably like, what's this guy saying? 2 birds stoned at once. That's what Canadians say. Yeah. Should look up a few Rickyisms. I haven't watched Trailer Park Boys in ages, but I used to watch it like quite a bit a decade ago. Even before that, like maybe even if we're going on 2 decades, maybe. Oh, nice. We're getting some elemental earth here. That's actually worth quite a bit. I think that makes nature's as pots. Yeah, see that? 2 gold each, guys, for the elemental earth. If we start raiding, we might as well save this. Or we could sell it. This is a good way for warriors to farm. Warriors come here and they farm these elementals to get elemental earths. It's hard to find, you know, farms as a warrior to make gold. So, an elemental earth farm is pretty good. You could actually do it in Maradon. There's an elemental earth farm there as well. But I'm not too sure, but I think it might require you to have a warrior healing set. And that healing set requires you to have a trinket called Diamond Flask. I'll tell you guys what it does. It's pretty badass trinket. Get it from a quest. You got to make sure you choose it, though. If you don't choose it, you're pretty... I wouldn't say you've, like, ruined your character, but you've missed out on an amazing item as a warrior. It's a reward from the Voodoo Feathers quest. And you can either choose a plate helmet. That's pretty damn good. Diamond Flask. So what Diamond Flask does is it restores 9 health every 5 seconds and increases your strength by 75, lasts 1 minute. So if you have like gear like this that increases your the effects of magical of healing, you know, healing done by up to 12. So what you do is you have a set on and you use an add-on called Itemrack and you put on your healing set. So you're a warrior and you're stacking a bunch of healing gear that gives you like plus to healing done. And then while you have that on, you pop a Diamond Flask and then you switch back to your regular warrior gear to do damage. You're like, you know, strength gear, attack power gear, right? So instead of, you know, only healing for like 9 health every 5 seconds, you're healing for like close to like 100 health or hundreds of health. I used to have a healing set that I would go in with, like pre-pull. I would like put my healing set on, Diamond Flask, and then, you know, put my regular gear on and then just go. Because it pretty much just gives you an OP hot for 1 minute. It lasts 1 minute, which is kind of crazy. So what warriors do is they do that and they pull a bunch of like hard mobs to kill in Maradon and they just don't die because it's almost like you have a healer healing you. Such a weird thing. You know, that you never see that in retail. But it's something that's pretty common to get as a warrior in Classic. We'll probably get it on the Hardcore Warrior if I ever get the chance. It's like a level 50 quest. I think it's a warrior quest. It's called Voodoo Feathers. Fallen Hero of the Horde is the beginning of it. Yeah, it starts... you gotta talk to the Fallen Hero in Swamposaurus. It's like a ghost. Let's get our buffs back up here. We'll just evocate. It's too bad that we're not getting this quest done. We're not even getting any stone shards, which is kind of sad. Slayed a couple of these guys. We haven't even got 1 stone shard. But once we get the 5 elemental rock elemental shards, we're probably getting out of here. Not gonna stay here for that much longer. This hunter's like, I don't know if this hunter's like a elemental earth bot, but he's just like standing around, I guess just waiting for them to spawn. He doesn't seem like a bot to me. But you never know these days. He could just be, you know, doing something else on the side and he just hangs out in the Badlands, levels up his hunter, and also gets some elemental earths potentially while he's doing that. What did we get there? A Twilight Orb of Fiery Wrath. 13 fire damage. Offhand, not bad. If we were a fire spec, it would be pretty good. It's for level 35. I can't wait for us to get dual spec, man, because we could actually have like the AoE spec and then maybe like a PvP spec going. That's one of the changes I liked. That's a change I think is legit. Dual spec. Wonder if we can like chill here and not get attacked. We're probably gonna get attacked. But I just want to like... Is that a good one? I don't know. Okay, it's hard to really tell. Maybe like this is a bit better. Maybe, maybe not. It's an okay screen. It's all right. I don't know. Looking for a screenshot here. It looks a little threatening for a gnome. Maybe it's like looks like I'm gonna go in and actually attack Cargath. Who knows? If you're a horde player, you'd recognize that spot. A lot of people grief here too. This is a great place to grief because a lot of people, you know, get their world buffs, and it's not the greatest anymore because you can put your world buffs into this combobulator thing that you get from Chromie now. And if you die, you don't lose your buffs, but it used to be a place where like people would hearth to and then log off. Because then they're, you know, close to Blackrock Mountain. So if you could catch somebody hearthing there, you could probably like get rid of all their world buffs or kill them before they log off. It happened to me once. I got kind of pissed. I got pissed off. I used to play Horde and I would log out there, but it's a crappy place to log out. But we used to like, I think I have a video of this. It's a long time ago. It's probably under streams. But like we grouped up here. I don't know if it was probably we group up here. And then we would ride in as a 40 man. And then like go through Searing Gorge into Blackrock Mountain. It's badass. I love that. That doesn't even matter anymore because of you know, you just don't lose your world buffs, right? So you're not really there's no like anxiety like getting into the raid anymore, or like you're kind of worried about it. I kind of like that feeling in gaming. You only get it in like hardcore, but like the feeling of like, oh my gosh, we're gonna lose everything, or we're gonna lose something important here, or there's a chance of that, does make the game, I guess I wouldn't say, I don't know if I can say more interesting, but it adds anxiety to the game. That's all it does, right? You're a little worried that something bad could happen and ruin the whole night. And sometimes that happens. But we would run in as a 40-man, all of us. And if like anybody got in our way, we would just, if the call was made to kill them, we would just kill them right away. That's another thing in Classic. That's not really in Retail. Retail, you just show up to raid. It's pretty chill. Vanilla just feels more like a world, which is why I like it more. This guy's still here. Is that the mage? Is he gonna kill the druid? Is he gonna attack me? Should we leave him alone? He's running. Leave him alone. Both looking for buzzards. I've already killed him once. I'm not gonna. Doesn't seem like he wants to fight. And this guy. There you go. Everybody gets one. I feel so bad doing that. I'm gonna get hunted down and killed. 100%. I didn't think our Cone Cold was that strong, but it's rank 3 now, guys. It's pretty damn strong. And that's just a part of PvP servers, right? You get griefed. That's why I don't take it too seriously, but sometimes you get griefed hard. Like if you piss off somebody enough, this guy could kill me or if he try to. Okay, never mind. It's not a shaman. That's just a coyote. This is a Ridge Stalker Patriarch. But you could get camped. Get camped, it really does suck, but you just log off. That is what it is. Right? Just take a break. Or you layer. That's the one thing about layers. Layering, you can just be like, hey, layer me out of here. It's almost like a beam me up, Scotty. Just get me off this planet. That's kind of lame that you can do that. You couldn't do that in original Classic. But they have to have layers or a queue times would be terrible. It says I'm on layer 1. How many layers are there? 5? Not bad. It's quite a few. I think there was like 8 to 10 when the server first came out. That was a while ago, though. But we're now at the levels where like levels start taking a while. And when we were in that dungeon, Razorfen Downs, took that one guy like 5-6 hours for a level. But yeah, they take that long. They're eventually going to take like 10 to 12. Depending on what you're doing. You can obviously shorten it. You're, farming a lot of mobs at a fast rate. These gizzards, man. Buzzards are the worst. They don't drop anything. Did we go back to the buzzard pit over here? I don't know if there's like many other buzzard pits. You can go up here and get the supply crate, I guess. But I really want to get these gizzards. Problem is there's that druid just sitting there, man. I really wish we picked that up last episode. I remember back in 2019 vanilla when you were trying to get it's a buff here you can get in Fellwood called Songflower. Yeah, they're all here. Here's all the timers. It's from this add-on that we have here called Nova World Buffs. It shows the world buff timers in here. So what these timers are telling you is when the Songflower will pop up next. And there's actually a quest where you have to like pollinate these so they grow. I forget what it's called. I don't know if it's pollinating, but it's pretty much like that. You're helping it grow. And there's timers on it, and there would be like groups of mages, Gnome Mages, that would like run up and down Fellwood and just kill people. And I used to like log off here on my mage. Well, I would log off here on my warrior in Fellwood, and I would just hang out there on my undead mage, and he would just like wait for a good time to log in. And sometimes it didn't work out. Like you get rushed by a bunch of mages and they just destroy you. And they'd be all on these robot chickens. Okay, so we got to get over here and loot a crate or something like that. Yeah, here it is. If we can just snipe it without him attacking us, no. You're naive to think that would work. Resisted our fire blast. All right, well, at least we got that done. Let's head back down here and turn it in. Hopefully we see some buzzards, man. And the Horde have such a nice spot for that buzzard quest. You know, they have that bone area here. And there's sometimes like 7 buzzards just hanging out there, but it seems to never be the case for us. Whenever we go there, there's none. That would be amazing to see. We would pick them all up and AoE them down and probably finish the quest. I remember we did that last episode. We got a few. We got like 3 to 4, I think 3 wings. We were almost done the quest.
You got my attention.
Thanks so much, adventurer! While you were gone, I swallowed a mouthful of sand. Well, enough of that. We'll go out and get some food tonight.
He wants us to get
Eat
scrap
like
metal.
kings. It's going to be tough going here if I can't manage to scrounge up some materials to construct some defenses and other necessities. I've noticed that the ogres in the area seem to be well equipped with scrap metal. Maybe the stories of siege engines in the Badlands weren't so far off after all. Anyways, the prospector's been getting worried about the state of our little camp, so I'd like to get working soon if I can. The main ogre camp is at Dustbelch Grotto, a good trek to the west of here.
It is quite the trek. But we do have a mount, which makes this is way better. Could you imagine not having a mount? This is what's going to be like when we're playing the warrior. We're just going to be running through here at warrior speed. Like it's going to be slow. That's for sure. I'm going to be probably going warrior speed to like 40, 45. I don't really know what to farm. Like, what do you... Well, the thing is, I did solo self-found on the rogue, and my rogue eventually... I don't remember when my rogue got the mount. It was mid-40s. But you just kill stuff and sell whatever you can. You just raw gold. Farm until you have enough. No. Don't kill them. Oh, there's a bunch of them here, dude. He's healing up quick. He knows what I'm thinking. If I get off my mount here, I'll probably get ganked. Look at these horde, man. Just claiming the spot. I think we're a little bit safe here. If somebody sees this mob, though, we might not. Maybe we'll have enough time to finish him off. Yeah, it's the best gizzard spot. Might be another one here. I know there's another, like another bone, or something like that. Yeah, that's the best one right there. What should we do, guys? Should we just disturb the peace? Okay, good. It looks like he's done. Looks like they might all be done. Yeah, that other mage is gone. It's good. Maybe we can get the next batch. We got our shield up and we'll drink here. It's going to take a while for them to spawn, though. But it is worth waiting because we have 3. We only need 2 more, man. This guy's waiting too. The way we beat the hunter, I think we got to get in melee range with him and just, you know, Cone of Cold, Fire Blast, Arcane Explosion. Conjuring a Mana Jade here. Get our mana back up. Looks like he's skinning. I don't know if we'd be naive to just pull. Is he waiting for us to pull, or I don't know, who knows? It's kind of just floating around here. Would be a good time to start a fight. So we don't want him to, like, you know, interrupt our pull. Can I put anything up on him? No. Can't put any target on him. I can't put a raid marker on this guy's head? So I see where he is. Okay, well, there's one. Did they get rid of raid markers? I don't know why I can't do that. Okay, one more gizzard and we're out of here. It's the end of the reagent run. It's cool you get to see them fly in. That'd be cool to fly in and see like a fight here. Like if you're on the Wyvern. I want to try AoEing. I don't think you can. There's an ogre shaman there. Probably have to sheep the shaman and then group the rest. Looks like he's leaving us alone, so that's cool. I think waiting here might have been a mistake, but it is where the most, buzzards spawn. There we go, we're done. Let's get out of here. I think we're done with the quest, right? Yeah. That was good. We finished that. That was the main quest I wanted to get done today. Now, I don't know about what we'll do next episode, but I have to go in here and we have to get the urns and we have to get the power stones. Usually you want to be in a group for that.
Talk to me.
Because they are elites. Have you gotten the things I need yet? You won't get paid unless you bring me those reagents.
Ah, well done, adventurer. These should last me for a little while at least. Here is your pay as promised. If you're interested, I have some more reagents I could use. These, however, are only found in the depths of the Alderman excavation. They will not be easy to get, but I will make it worth your while if you're interested in helping me again. Perhaps something more than some shiny coins, yes? I've heard about a newly discovered plant called the magenta fungus caps. They grow in clusters deep in the Alderman dig site. They may be elsewhere, but for now that's the only place I know they're at. I want to study their potential use in alchemy, and
People
that's
actually
where
want...
you come in.
Nobody
Find
wants
the magenta
that.
cap clusters and bring
Mystery
me a dozen
meat? I gotta
caps.
use that.
Be warned, the clusters may spew out poison spores if jostled. Do this for me, and I'll whip up a batch of one of my famous restorative elixirs for you.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going to keep all the BOEs. The soulbound rock pulverizer we can sell, though. Yeah, guys, there we go. We
Keep your feet on the
got
ground.
7 gold now, which means we can actually spend some more on abilities. But I think what we'll do is we'll wait for now, and next episode we'll head down here and try to get some more of these quests completed, so we can have a bunch of quests for when we get into Alderman. But that is going to be the end of today's episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.